Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Real Astrology 1123. I hope all of you are doing well. This is going to be the astrology forecast for my Leo moon sign people. This is Vedic astrology for Leo moon sign people for the calendar year 2022. So let's get started. I know I'm a couple of months late, but like I said, this is my second channel. I do have another channel, the Real Tarot 1123, so I'm still kind of getting my groove in terms of the timing and that sort of thing, the schedule. So I do apologize for that. So one more time, Vedic astrology calendar year ahead reading for Leo moon signs. So let's go. Now let's take a look at this, my beautiful Leos. Let's see what are the major transits for you. Saturn, let's see. Rahu is going to change position from Taurus to Aries. Ketu, Rahu is your north node and Ketu is your south node. Ketu will transit from Scorpio to Libra on the 12th of April. There are going to be a lot of constant transits this year taking place in 2022 for you. Saturn is going to change its house from Capricorn to Aquarius on the 29th of April. Jupiter will move from Aquarius to Pisces on the 12th of April. So those are the big ones. Saturn, for you, Saturn will be in the 6th house of service and will. And it's going to be there till the 29th of April. Saturn is going to bless you with good growth in your job, but you're still required to put in your hard work, like put in your due diligence, like you put in your work, right? You got to do certain, what's the word? Let me rephrase that. You also have to make an effort, put in the hard work. You may get involved in some useless disputes with your co-workers or seniors. After the 29th of April, Saturn will move to your house of marriage, business, and partnership. This is going to bring about some adjustments that is required in your married life and better understanding with your partner. For those of you who are students, this is going to be a favorable year. You will be more creative and inventive in your studies. You will have growth in your knowledge. You will have growth in expanding your knowledge. Initial part of the year will be better for those of you who need to take competitive exams or that sort of a thing. There could be some hurdles with regards to your higher education, but you're going to be fine. Those of you who are doing research or writing theses or whatever is going to be a good year for you. Sun, after the 14th of January, the Sun is going to enter the 6th house of competition and service. Jupiter is going to be in the house which represents spouse and partnership. On the 13th of April, he's going to move to the house of sudden action or chronic diseases. This may cause you to have a little bit of a sudden onset of health issues regarding liver, kidney, or diabetes. So watch out for that. Now, Rahu, as you're not know, Rahu is going to move from the house of profession to the house of fortune on the 13th of April. So this could cause you a little bit of a problem in certain areas, but for the most part, I would say as long as you are dedicated and patient, you would be fine, and you stay focused. Now, Mercury is going to start his journey from the house of creativity, entertainment, and romance from the 14th January, and it will go to the 6th house of service, competition, and disputes, and he's going to be in that place with Saturn. So it's going to give you success, but a delayed success. Now, here's what happens with Mercury and Saturn. Mercury is like quick change, go here and there, and Saturn is going to be sitting there, and saying, no, not so fast, hold your horses, slow down, hey, you forgot to cross these T's and dot these I's. And Mercury is like, I have no time for that. I got to do this. I got to do that. So there's going to be a little bit of that kind of energy. As long as you, take it easy, stay focused, don't become that mercurial energy yourself, make sure that if you need to stop and go through what you've done or evaluate and reevaluate and do all those things, you'll be fine. But if you just run off like a headless chicken, you're going to get run over, right? All right. You will have a few disputes. So in the sense that disputes could be, hey, you didn't cross these T's and you didn't dot these I's, and so therefore it'll cause delays. But as long as you stay focused, as long as you make sure you take your time finishing these jobs, you know what they say, when you know you're on a time crunch is when you need to slow down, because you have enough time to get it done once and get it done right. But if you rush around, then, am I making sense? For me, it's all about one and done. Take your time, do it right, do it one time, do it right. Um, and then through the house of this, uh, uh, after that, it's going to move to the house of marriage or partnership and travel. So basically, almost all the other houses in the year are going to be affected one way or the other by your partnerships and your relationships with family members, right? So what does that mean? So supposing your wife says, I'm not doing very well, I wish you didn't travel this weekend for work, then that's going to affect you. If your husband falls ill and you were supposed to go on a business trip, well, you can't go because your husband is ill, or things like that. So that's what we mean when we say your personal relationships are going to affect your business relationships. Now, however, I'll tell you this though, with Mercury here, gift of the gab, man, I'm telling you, you will know how to talk your way out of situations. Okay, you will know how to talk your way out of situations, or you will know how to talk your way into some successful situations too. So, which is great as far as your profession is concerned. But I'll tell you one thing, if you come across as being bossy, people are going to call you out on that. Leos with their ego, whether you're sun sign, moon sign, Venus sign, whatever, Leonine personalities, egotistical a little bit. If you come across as being bossy, your bluff is going to be called and you're not going to like it. All right, Venus. Venus is the lord of the house of communication in your horoscope. So, Leo, where is Leo? Yeah, third. Okay. So, third house is about communication. Venus is going to move to Libra. Libra is your third house, and third house is communication. So it's going to start his journey from, so he's going to go from the third house to the house of profession, which is your, yeah, he's going to go, no, no. Venus is the lord of the house of communication in your house. Yeah, okay, and profession. Yeah, I get it. Okay, is going to go from the fifth house of entertainment and then travel to almost all the other houses of your horoscope. So Venus is going to have an expansive journey this year in your horoscope. So be prepared for that. Wherever Venus touches, this is general, right? So if you do a personal astrology reading based on your date of birth, time of birth, city and state of birth, we can tell which are the houses the Venus is going to be touching in and what are the effects thereof, that sort of a thing. So mysteries of career horoscope, are they mysteries really? Not really, right? Prosperity is going to come your way. But, don't get bossy. Know your place. There is going to be some growth in your career. Then again, don't get bossy. Know your place. Know when to hush. Sometimes I feel Leo people, be it sun, moon, rising sign, Venus sign, whatever, they tend to kind of just talk like, they know it all and everybody should listen and bow down to them. Well, people are going to say, there's the door. Bye. See you later, kitty cat. Right? So don't get bossy. Watch your words. A lot more can be accomplished if you are nice and speak nicely rather than try to throw your weight around. Leos do have that. So don't throw your weight around. And it's going to get from after the 27th of February. Venus is going to go to the house of competition. So your career, you will have a chance to excel as far as your career is concerned, even though you could have some little boo-boos and interactions going on with your co-workers or people at work. As long as you keep your head down and as long as you stop running your mouth off, you'll be fine. But if you do continue to run your mouth off, you'll pretty soon realize they'll be like, honey, there's the door. Can you please shut the door behind you? That sort of a thing. Love. If you are already in a relationship, the bond is going to be a little bit stronger. Jupiter is going to influence very nicely in the house of love and marriage. So you're going to be supported as far as your marriage and your partnership and your love and your relationship and all that stuff is concerned. You will feel that Jupiter is going to be there. So Jupiter is going to be like, ooh, look at you, lovebirds, baby. And your communication is going to be great. Your communication, and just that you feel that you've bonded even more, or, oh, I didn't know about that about you, honey, and oh my God, look, here we are 15 years down the line. Things like that. Slow, you'll find something else about each other that it's almost like, oh, I didn't know that about you, and it's very enduring and that sort of a thing. But I'll tell you one more thing. If your relationship is already frayed, Jupiter lands up there, Jupiter is going to fray it even further. So Jupiter, whatever it is, right, good, bad, or the ugly, he is always there to expand it, to make it bigger. So for those of you you must take care not to hurt your spouse and be ego is one thing that's popping up this time. It's like, don't let your ego get the better of you. That's a surefire way of ruining a relationship. Finances for the year, for the most part, it'll be good. There's going to be a good flow of cash. I'm not going to say that you're going to hit the jackpot or whatever. You'll be fine. Try to avoid investments, weird investments. Try to avoid investments. Just ride the wave. Don't fall for these big fancy, come get rich quick thingies. Not going to work for you. Not this year. But if you had made investments in the past, okay, you will see profits come from that. But if you go and make a new investment now, don't do it. Don't do it. Keep your expenses under control. If you don't, you will land yourself into financial difficulties. Leo moon people, if you've been looking to rent a property that has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, okay, and your budget was whatever, $1,500, $1,600, and then here this realtor comes and says, oh, it's only $1,900, it's like $300 more than what you were wanting, but look, it's got this, and oh my God, look, and it's got this, and you get all googly-eyed and all, and you go, yeah, I'll sign up. That $300 more every month, you're going to realize that is not necessarily what you should have signed up for, if you get what I'm saying. Now, listen, if you're one of those who can afford that, hey man, have at it, right? I mean, who am I to tell you? Seriously. So that's what I mean. Like, don't fall for these should I call it a scam? Not really, because the realtor is basically giving you more than what you want, but don't overcommit is basically what I'm saying. So that way, keep your expenses under control. You may feel that, yeah, $300 is not much. I can do it. You'll say, I can do it for 3-4 months. And then afterwards, you'll realize, oh my God, it is getting to be a bit of a struggle. So don't overextend yourself. From 2nd July to 17th of July is a good time for you if you want to go buy a lottery or anything. Now, listen, let me throw this out. Disclaimer, I am not telling you to go spend your money on lotteries. If there is any speculative investments that you make between the 2nd and 17th of July, you could see a small little bit of a profit or winning. So I'm not one to condone gambling, but health. I don't see any major issues as far as health is concerned. If you are borderline diabetic, you need to really watch it, because this is when it could tip over and become full-blown diabetes or whatever. What do they say? Pre-diabetic, right? So be careful. You could have issues relating to your gastric issues or intestinal issues or digestion or something to do with your abdomen. So be careful. You could struggle with sleep, but you need to do what you need to do. If you listen to music to make you fall asleep, do that. If you need to count sheep 1 to 100 backwards and forwards and starting from the middle to all of that, counting sheep or counting gnats or counting ants or counting, I don't know, bumblebees, whatever makes you fall asleep. If you need to do that, do that. In other words, you may have some sort of an issue as far as sleep patterns are concerned. And if you don't get enough rest, then it's going to tear up your body. So, overall, for those of you who are students, you could see a few little hurdles here and there, but same thing, I'm going to say, if you're thinking of taking a break in your education now, don't do it, because if you take a break now, you won't come back to it. It'll be a long time before you come back to it. So don't take a break now. You may not be happy, but trudge along, because if you break your education now, you are going to have a little bit of an issue coming back to it. Family life. Now, I'm not talking about family life as in with you and your spouse or significant other. This is your birth family, immediate family, extended family, that sort of a thing. There's going to be a fairly decent year, but you will have some challenges you need to face, because you can't keep your mouth shut, and you sometimes are not very tactful, and you think everybody should bow down and listen to you, and not everybody gives a flip, and then there's going to be an exchange of words, and everybody's going to be mad at you, and you're going to be mad at everybody. So, if that's what floats your boat, hey man, do it. Or hey woman, go for it, right? So that is what is going to cause you some issues as far as your family dynamics are concerned. So my advice is, take it easy, fine. Oh, well, I know what's right for them. Okay. But they don't want to heed your advice. So what are you going to do? You're going to say, all right, I told you, that's it, and let it be. Same way as I'm saying right now, I'm giving you a heads up now. It's up to you to take it or leave it. Right? Thank you so very much, my beautiful Leos. Leo moon sign, remember? And I will see you in the next video. Namaskar and take care. Bye. Well, the rain came by today already.